Any more questions? How you get your hair like that? I don't even know.
It's a miracle. The question I was going to ask is, my bad. I wanted to know how to, like at night, because if you don't want, like, especially if you're married and you want to look cute with a bonnet.
I can answer that question.
I'm lazy with my hair. And even though I've been natural 4 years too, it's still a struggle for me when I go to sleep at night to keep the style going for more than just one day. Because I'm constantly wetting it, constantly, putting product on it. So just how to keep it without wetting out.
Are you doing a washing though?
Basically,
Okay, so when I do my wash and goes, I have to get at least 5 to 7 days. 5 to 7 days top. You should be able to get 5 days top with your wash and goes. Normally, I don't do anything special. I put my satin bonnet on. In the morning, if you want to go and just mist your hair, shake it, do the little shaking method and all of that, and start moving the curls. But like I said, even when you get into the shower, it's going to do the same thing. That's all you should be doing in the morning. And it's going to fall right back into place. Just your satin bonnet is the key. Now, some people go and do the pineapple method when they have very, very long hair. And you can just pull the hair. Everybody know what the pineapple method is? Yeah. It's basically, I don't care, y'all. But you can just take your hair and go up. Some people take like a satin bonnet. You can even take like a hair tie. I'll take a hair tie in a minute. I'll put it all the way up to the front of my head, and I'll keep it just like that with my hair falling forward. Then I think they're called e-bonnets. You can get them online. They're very large, so if you have a lot of hair, it will cover it. But they're called e-bonnets. But if you don't, if you have just a regular satin, you can take a scarf and start from the back with it being wide and start and tying it to the front, so that when this hair is here, you're basically lifting it up and stuffing it up in there, and that will hold the hair. And then in the morning, you're basically letting it back down, and you can still spray and go. But that's the pineapple method, but it still works the same way. Question? Well, I'm working back there. How you be sexy with a bonnet on?
My husband loves me regardless.
So I do the pineapple method whenever I wear my hair curly, but my curl pattern is different. So I want my hair to look like your hair. So my curl pattern, because I have long hair, when I do the pineapple method, it is a long curl, but I want it to be big and pretty. How can I do that? Okay. Like I said, today is a humidity hairdo. This was a twist out for church. And what I do, because I don't have that thick, peaky hair like I really want, so what I have to do is I have to take out the pig. And so what I did was I went through every twist that I had and I just took it apart. Each one. I just went all the way to the end. And once I did that, I just pulled the hair at the end, and I just take my pick and I pull at the root. And I'm going in, I'm not coming all the way through, I'm just going in all over. And I'm just creating volume. And once I get the volume that I need, which I've messed up now, but sometimes I'll stick a bobby pin here and a bobby pin here to give it that shape, because I don't have that diva curl cut yet. But I'm going to get it soon, like I find somebody to do it. But sometimes you just have to create your own shape. So a pick is very useful to give you that volume. Any more questions? Come on. What kind of weave can I get that style?
It's called, oh, you caught me off guard.
Okay.
I know. It'll come back. It'll come to me soon. Bohemian curl. It's about $100 a pack, and you're going to get about 10 packs.
Okay, back up. So what kind of $20 weave? all the way
Yeah,
out.
you can basically take any hair and afro it out. If you're doing a weave, you know, it's get the curly hair, you know, and then you pull it or you take your Denman and you brush it, and you can afro out, you know, weave hair. So, and that's about $20 a bag.
Bring it down, bring it down.
Any more questions?
I was gonna tell you, Color. I think her name is Color Me Beautiful. If you follow her on YouTube, she does a lot of wigs like that. She takes $12, $20 wigs and make them look fabulous. I mean, she know how to spread them out.
Do you take any of the popular hair vitamins, Hair 50, Main Choice, any of that?
No.
She drinks distilled water.
I have two questions. My question is, you talked about products for like people who have their hair out and natural, but are there any suggestions for like locks or starting locks?
I haven't asked for that. I'm getting into that. I have somebody that's going to teach me more about that. So.
And then someone else wanted me to ask, how long is your hair when you straighten?
I haven't had a real straightened hairdo yet, but when I pull it, it's probably right here. But I did the big chop. For those of you that may be in that decision, I did go 6 months, and I was like, okay, look, I cannot do this. I have a full face. I'm not gonna have any hair. I went through that whole spiel. But what encouraged me was I went on YouTube and I watched a lot of big chop videos. And I stayed up all night. I was like, I want to see, so I don't want to see nobody mixed. I want to see an African American cut her hair off. And so I did it at 6 months. I had 1.5 inches of hair. That's it. I've been growing my hair for 4 years, just learning myself, just learning my hair as I go. Started off as a little hobby. I was like, oh, nobody cares about me and everything. So I was like, I'm gonna make some videos. And then what encouraged me in my TWA stage, because that's the longest stage, it's like pregnancy. That first trimester is just everything. You're tired of the TWA, you're tired of the teeny weeny afro, you're tired of the puffs, you're tired of the flowers, you're tired of everything. Like, give me another hairstyle. But I'm telling you, once you get, one thing that you can do is measure your hair every month. Like, take a picture, pull it, snap. Next month, take a picture, pull it. And when you start seeing it, you're like, oh gosh, I'm right here to my nose. You start getting excited. And before you know, your hair just starts to take off. So that's a good thing to do to encourage you, to show you that your hair is growing. Because when you're in that TWS, you don't see your hair growing. Because it's still, like, really, really short. But to actually pull it and to see, it actually motivates you to, like, okay, I can do this. I can get out of this trimester.
I've been at TWA for 6 years. And I'm mad. Y'all had some great questions. I'm glad y'all getting into this early. I was nervous. Y'all got any more questions? How you got a question right back there? Can you? Okay, I ain't gonna do that. My feet are hurting. I'm gonna need some product or something. Can I go this way, Mr. DJ? You could have gave me some walking music.
What do you recommend for coloring your hair? What product line do you recommend? I want to color my hair, but I'm not crazy on that. I guess also my pro pattern. So what would you recommend?
A lot of people say don't do it at home, but I always color my own hair. I use textures and tones. You can get that from Walmart, and the reason why I like that is because there's no ammonia in it. A lot of the colors, it has something in it, of course, because your hair has to change. But most colors like Dark and Lovely, they have a lot of bleach and everything in it. So I'll say textures and tones because it's really good. And one thing that I also noticed was my hair is a lot drier in the back. So this time I applied the color in the front. Because if you think about it, your hair is more moisturized in the front because of course, we have to keep it looking good for our face. We always apply the product here. You know, a lot of times you forget the back and you forget the end. So if you're gonna experiment with color, I always say maybe start in the front first, because you automatically know you're taking care of that. If any other part, you always taking care of that front part. But textures and tones, I would say, is really good.
Cause I got caught, cause I ain't gonna tell you what I did with the color. That's why my hair ain't long. But real quick, y'all know how they say use mayonnaise in the egg? Yeah. I put the whole Duke's mayonnaise, about 4 eggs, and then I went in the sun. They said it might bleach it. Yeah. Look it up, miss. Whatever, too much protein. At least I had Duke's mayonnaise. Okay, y'all. We're moving right along to our next stylist. That was awesome. I learned a lot. Real quick, how do we get all that information for those who wasn't paying attention?
You can follow, as I said before, I think you should all have a card in there. I do have a Facebook page, which is Miss Hair Today. Instagram, Miss Hair Today 2012. You can email me at misshairtoday@gmail.com. Twitter, Miss Hair Today. Like I said, I'm always on social media. I post different hairstyles. I'm known on there for updos. I try to venture out more, but a lot of people say that my updos are very creative. So, yeah, just follow me on there. Anytime you have a question, I respond back, I reach out. I do not ask such much like, some people, but I will always respond back. If I don't, it's because now I'm getting a little bit more followers, so it's kind of hard to respond back as fast. But if you have any questions, I don't mind. If I have to answer, I'll help.
That's awesome. Y'all are hashtagging MB Natural Hair Diva. Yeah, only one person. That's fine. We're ready for our next stylist, Miss Tanya Green.